FOMO'd in on these high grade CGC / comic books. And I got a few coins here. Eco Tech first. Why? Hit that like button, friendo, and help grow this wealthy community. You're generous with the likes, friendo. In return, I won't let you down. No selling out to sponsors that would make the channel biased. Like the channels that tell you that gold and silver is a great investment, and then they plug a bullion dealer. Conflict of interest much? I guess that's between them and the people that follow them. Anyhow, I got a few $50 here. I picked these up 8 years ago. It's August 1st, 2024, so I guess that's 2016. I called a fairly local coin shop and said I was driving out, and they said okay. 20-some minutes of rush hour traffic later, I arrive, and the door's locked, and no one's there, except another disappointed customer who was there to sell silver. I heard that clank and I said, hey, what you got there? I bought a good handful of junk silver from him, and these barber habs were amongst it. Now, it is a no-no to buy things from other customers at the local coin shop. In fact, it's a good policy to minimize your conversation altogether with them. But this was a new shop to me. They told me they would be there. They were not. They wasted my time, so all bets were off. I got all the junk silver for spot, I think maybe even a little less. So these are the oldest $50 I believe that I own. Yes, I'm quite certain of it. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I have 250 of these airtights that fit halves. So in these go. I don't think they're key dates or anything, and their conditions are pretty poor, but you can read the dates and you can see what's going on. There's mint marks on the back. You can read those too. They make me want to seek out a nice barber half, and perhaps I will. I would say almost certainly I will. Let me know what you know about these in the comments below. I didn't look up the prices or anything yet. I've been very busy. Oh, I saw that Deadpool movie last night, and it was pretty awesome. If you enjoy comedy and lots of bloodshed, really epic and creative bloodshed, then I'm pretty sure you would enjoy it. If you're really big into storylines, meh, I don't know. It was one of those movies where it didn't really matter if you had to go use the restroom during it, unless an epic fight scene was coming up, so you don't want to miss those. It was a good time with good friends. I didn't miss out on my 12K steps either. When the movie let out, we just took laps around a restaurant walking. One of my friends went in and drank beer and came out with a bag full of burgers eventually. But to his credit, he took some laps with us. Bag of burgers and all. There was a decent amount of people out last night, looking sharp too. Quite a bit of gals out, not leaving much to our imaginations. No conflicts or aggressive behaviors. Good vibes all in all. Makes me want to do it again soon. Alright, so here's the first comic unboxing. This purchase was inspired by Jay's Thousandaire Collectibles. He had this comic as well, and I had a credit card with a hair trigger. Maybe stop by his channel and check it out. I think you may see some things there of interest. He definitely seems up on his 3 C's too. Constantly creating content, which seems easier than it actually is, especially if you're out there working, trying to make a living. So obviously, this is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic. This is the back. It looks like the cover wraps all the way around. And that's great. The more art from these guys, the better. I watched a couple short documentaries on Eastman and Laird, the creators of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they had a very unorthodox method of creating the comics. They would pass the drawings back and forth, each touching them up in their own way. I can't say that I've ever heard of anyone else doing it like that. It intrigues me. Also, these guys just borrowed $1,000 from one of their uncles and just made this happen. Maybe there was some luck involved with their success, but from what I've seen, these guys put in a lot of hard work. I have heard some rather successful people say, the harder I work, the luckier I get. That makes sense to me. I've always heard good luck is where preparation and opportunity meet. All right, let's see what we got in the next box. I'm so excited. Comic books are such a fun investment. Kind of over all this bubble wrap though. What do we got here? Phineas and Ferb on the back? That's a bit after my time. Oh yes, there it is. I guess this one is not much of a surprise. I mean, it was on the thumbnail. You know, I don't think I've ever really looked forward to a Captain America movie, but I am looking forward to the next one. Captain America's iconic, but pretty goofy. And now I guess they made Falcon the Captain America. As if metal bird wings aren't silly enough. I would not be looking forward to this movie if the Red Hawk wasn't in it. This is gonna be one of those flicks where I'm rooting for the villain. I always say emotion and finance lead to ruin. I was a bit excited, and I kind of got a little carried away. These are flooding onto the scene, and it seems like each auction is ending a little lower than the last one. So yes, mistakes were made. I'd say I'm down roughly 27, 28%. We'll see what happens when the dust settles. Maybe we'll hit a floor, and we can build from there. Oh, and when I say 27-28%, I bought 2 of these. Yeah, so there's a good dose of ouch. It's fun not knowing what's in the box. Schrodinger's box. What's in there? I can see it through the bubble wrap. This is the book released after the last one we just saw. Funny thing, although Red Hawk was on the cover of the last book, he was not in the story. He was in the story in this book, though. So I guess this is technically the first full appearance. I definitely dig the cover on this one. It makes you wonder, what is Iron Man thinking right now? And what happens? I bought 2 of these. I got a really good deal on the first one because I bought it right after that trailer came out for the Captain America movie, and you see the Red Hawk at the end of it. Yeah, so I got a good deal, but I paid much more for the second one. Well, not a whole lot more, but percentage-wise, I guess. This will look great mounted on my wall. All right, what do we got in this box? It's pink. It looks like baked goods. It even has pink styrofoam peanuts. Some people, they take so much pride in the packaging. Look at this. What are these, pool noodles? To protect the edges of the slab? I'm impressed. All of this packaging, I have to throw it away. There's so much of it. Oblivion Song, #1, pink signature. This purchase was inspired by J. Parker Silverstacker, and his purchase was inspired by his brother, so none of us really know what we're doing here. But hey, it's probably better than a lottery ticket. According to ChatGPT, the pink signature was not a reprint, but a variant of the first edition. And there's only 1,000 of them. I got this, tax, shipping, and everything, less than $54. I think I did good. If you know anything about it, leave a comment below. Apparently, there's possible movie hype surrounding this book. I know absolutely nothing about it. I just bought my one, and I'm gonna hold on to it. If it's good enough for Jay Parker, it's probably good enough for me. Okay, last book, no box. I accidentally recorded the unboxing in slow motion. I was like, why is the video 47 minutes? Okay, I actually read this book. This is Rook Exodus. This particular book is #1, variant cover D. It's a 1 in 100 variant. So for every 100 copies released of Rook Exodus #1, there's 1 of these. You want to hear about his exciting superpower? He has a helmet that allows him to control crows or ravens, some bird of that type. Yeah. And you thought Superman was cool. I think it's a pretty great sci-fi story about people trying to survive on another planet that was terraformed by a big corporation who even genetically designed the animal inhabitants of the planet. And helmets to control each species, which were issued to wardens of the planet. I guess they were like employees for the corporation. But things got wildly out of control, as they do when you play with nature. The animals just kept growing into giants. The corporation left along with most of its paying customers, leaving the wardens behind, with a promise that they would later come back and pick them up. Whether that will happen or not, who knows? But one thing is certain, the wardens do not all get along with one another, and they don't play nice. Also, about those helmets that control the animals, they also warp the minds of the wardens as well. I mean, just imagine if you could understand what a bunch of crows were saying to you. Even if you were controlling them, they would still have some influence on you. They bother Rook. That's why he drinks. He's also trying to make a rocket and leave this rock. Maybe he just wants to fly away because of the influence of the birds. After all, that's what birds do. They fly away. Yeah, so this is all basically just a setup for some epic Lord of the Flies. And also, every page is beautiful. A lot of hard work, effort, and pride go into the artwork. This story would make such an awesome streaming show, but I'm fine with just reading the comic books. With all of the lunacy you see these days, it's nice to have some escape. And it's nice to have some escape that's not watching a screen. It's peaceful. When I saw this book for sale, I had to buy it. So perhaps this is another one I overpaid for. Nevertheless, I do look forward to seeing it mounted on my wall. I hope you enjoyed the video, because I sure enjoyed making it. I'm assuming this is not going to be received as well, being that it's about comic books. But whatever. I'll be resuming coinage mañana. Oh, you did hit that like button, right? And if you're new here and you enjoyed this, I mean, you're still here, you probably enjoyed it. Why not subscribe and stick around? And I will see you next time. So that's it. That is it. Thousand Air Radio, Wicked Shout.